That we need to abolish abortion, no exceptions.
So this says, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. And that's from the Bible?
Yeah, from Jeremiah 1. Right. So God knows these babies in the womb. He has a purpose and a destiny for each child. They shouldn't be killed.
Didn't he kill all the firstborn sons in Egypt?
I think I'm done.
We're here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, home of the 2024 Republican National Convention, an event in which Donald Trump will accept his party's nomination to be the candidate for president for the Republican Party. And just last year, we were here almost a year ago for the very first GOP debate. And that was an event in which Donald Trump refused to take part in. He was just a little afraid to get on the stage with the other candidates.
Yeah, he was a little too scared. He didn't want to take the risk. He didn't want to look stupid. And basically he said he wasn't going to take part and that no matter what happened, he wouldn't commit to endorsing whomever became the nominee. We're here at the GOP debate. All the people who are debating have signed a pledge that they will support the eventual winner. Do you think that's a good thing?
Yes, because I think the Republicans need to stick together.
Do you think Trump would sign a pledge like that?
I don't know.
Because he said he wouldn't. He said he wouldn't.
I would, knowing a little bit about his personality, I would guess not.
But now
it's not even a problem.
It doesn't even matter because everyone just did whatever he wanted, and here we are as he's about to accept the nomination.
Donald Trump was not at the debate, but his son was, and you were able to score an exclusive interview with Don Jr.
Who do you think won the 2020 election?
I think Donald Trump did.
But why? Because there's kind of a lack of, evidence, right?
You know, it's the whole not being able to complete a sentence by the existing president, someone who can sit there and talk about losing his Corvette.
What about the 7 million votes? What about the 7 million votes?
Ending our American energy policy. It's about every failure imaginable from the Biden.
But what about all the lost court cases, though? Like all of them. So I just talked to Don Jr. I asked him who won the 2020 election. He said that his dad did, but then he didn't have any proof, and he started talking about all kinds of stuff that had nothing to do with the election at all. Hey, thanks for... Fucking asshole.
I thought it was interesting that he would talk about Biden and China and all this stuff, but he wouldn't answer the one question that you were asking,
right? Which
was related to the 2020 election.
Right. I mean, what about the votes? What about all the votes? You know,
yes.
People want to talk about everything else, but the votes that were cast and counted, and then there were 7 million more.
Yes.
For Joe Biden.
What does the costume mean? What does the costume symbolize? What does the costume symbolize?
So who do you hope is the vice president?
I personally love Carrie Lake.
Now, I have to ask, Mike Pence was Donald Trump's vice president, and Donald Trump almost got him, killed. Would you be worried about Carrie Lake?
Donald Trump did not.
Well, the people were chanting, hang Mike Pence.
And give me a break. Grow up.
Well, but then they actually went inside, to where he was and everything.
So what?
You meet celebrities at some of these events we go to. Here in Milwaukee, I met Donald Trump. What's your name?
Real name is Tom Murkowski. Tom Murkowski, that's my real voice.
Tom Murkowski.
This is my fake voice, my Trump voice.
Let me hear the Trump voice again.
What was that? Yes, this is Donald J. Trump. I'm running for president in 2024. I won the 2020 election. They screwed me out of it. I won that election. The Democrats cheated me out of it. So I'm going to win again for the third time.
That's the worst Donald Trump impression I've ever heard.
You really think so?
Pretty hot day today, right?
Yeah, it's hot. But
it's the all-time record for this date in Milwaukee.
is it? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm feeling better. I'm just here to support Trump, but...
Did you catch a little bit of heat stroke earlier?
Yeah, I sure did. But I'll be all right.
What do you think about global warming?
I just don't believe it. I think it's all fake.
Okay. We understand the difference between, regional, climate.
Weather and climate.
Weather and climate,
Yeah.
sure, to put it basically, weather and climate. But it did feel strange that the hottest of that particular date on record was happening on this day, and a lot of people who don't believe in climate change had gathered on that day to witness the debate.
I think global warming is all bullshit.
It is bullshit.
Can I see the outfit one more time? Yeah, it is. Just turn around. You just got so much sweat. You're just sweating so much.
Yes, I am. I'm sweating.
Is that the impression? I'm very confused. Is this actually the impression?
Sweaty. No, this is. I have a really good Trump voice, but honest, my voice.
Can you try and do it? Because we got a big audience. We'd love to see.
Okay. What what studio are you from, or what TV station or something? Yeah, it ain't any good.
Was one of the worst Trump impressions I think I've ever seen. His voice, in his defense, his voice was going, "Ah!"
Take a picture on the move, right?
Yeah. Well, can we just shake a hands like
I don't
you're endorsing
know who
me?
you are, and the questions you're asking me are.
Oh, I'm Jason Selvig.
Would indicate that you're probably not a real supporter. So.
That's really rude. You know what? You just lost my vote. Do you mind telling me what the sign means?
You know, no matter if you're red, blue, or purple, election integrity matters to all. Every U.S. citizen, election integrity matters to all. So I'm trying to get the message out that my friends that are opposed to my voice, being a public servant, being a grassroots activist, being a boots on the ground, January 6th as the MAGA spokesman, with my quotes.
So what do you mean boots on the ground on January 6th?
I was the MAGA spokesman on January 6th.
What does that mean?
Basically, I was speaking on behalf of what the MAGA party should be, not what the people that were planning, to cause riot. Right. That's really not what MAGA's about.
What do you say about the violence that occurred that day?
I was described as I was on the front seat of the Trump train.
Okay. So did you go to the Capitol?
I was at the Capitol early.
Okay.
As the spokesman, I spoke to multiple news agencies.
Did you go inside the Capitol?
I did not enter the interior of the Capitol.
Did you go on the steps?
I ended up on the steps.
Okay.
So
why were you on the steps though?
To get the message clear.
What was the message?
About election integrity matters to all.
Okay.
No matter if you're a liberal.
Did you even tell people to stop going into the building and stop storming the Capitol?
You know what, sir? I'm not here to talk about the January 6th.
Okay. I see the costume. What does it symbolize? What does the costume mean? What does the costume mean? I was wondering what the costume meant. Hey guys, quick question. What's the deal with the costume? What does it symbolize? We were here for the Republican debate. There were a lot of Republicans on stage, not Donald Trump, as we said earlier, but a couple of the Republicans didn't even make the stage. And in my opinion, maybe one of the best candidates for president, I guess I'm going to say ever, is a guy I interviewed named Walter Clapp. Wait. Can I ask you a question? What are you doing out here?
My name is Walter Clapp. I'm one of the primary candidates for the Republican nomination. I'm from Montana.
For nomination for what?
For the President of the United States of America.
No, but seriously, who are you?
My name is Walter Clapp.
Okay.
It's my website.
Okay.
I'm running for the Republican nomination for President of the United States.
It's a joke.
It's not a joke. Much of the fourth branch, much of the administrative state is actually run by agencies that are legislating. They both legislate and they also enforce laws, and they often also are judicially enforcing those laws as well, or interpreting the laws. An example would be the FDA.
Are you excited to get on stage and share these ideas on the debate stage today?
So I'm not going to be on stage today, but I am because I didn't meet the requirements. Yeah.
Where are you in the polls right now?
So I'm not polling because the polls. So one of the interesting things you learn about the polls. So I'm a lawyer. One of the things you learn about the polls is the people who write the polls get to decide whose names are on the polls. So if they don't include my name, then it will never show up.
How much cash do you have at hand? How many donations have you got in total?
Yeah. So I've received. I've got about $100,000 into the campaign. A lot of that's my own money. I've gotten about $10,000 worth of donations from just everyday individual people. Most of those are $1 at a time.
And your slogan, I think I saw your truck.
Yes.
Bullwhip bullshit.
You got it.
I have to say, you're my favorite candidate that I've met in this presidential field, maybe any presidential field. Are you pro-life, pro-choice?
It's not an issue that the president, that the executive should decide. It's a legislative decision.
But they pick the judges. They pick the Supreme Court judges. So they are involved in the decision.
Certainly. I personally am pro-life. If I was a woman and I had to decide,
Okay.
I would never choose.
All right, we were close. We got close. I thought I found my candidate.
Yeah. Well,
It's a deal breaker. We looked at Walter Clapp's website for his campaign and his official campaign announcement. This video, we're just going to play a couple clips from it right now.
Good evening, America. Our democracy is burning. Our republic is burning. I know how to bring you all jobs that are going to be fleeting with this new technology that is taking over vast swaths of our lives. And the way is to build a vast underground interstate tunnel system.
Tunnels, DeVrom. Tunnels. Did you see that coming the first time you saw that? Tunnels.
No, I can say confidently I did not see that coming. There are a lot of things that get talked about on the campaign trail, promises that are made about whatever it might be, gun control or immigration or abortion or all these hot button issues. I would never in a trillion years have thought that the thing that was going to bring us all together was a vast network of tunnels.